Hey, Tempo here. I hope everyone's having a great day today. Today's video is going to be slightly different. Normally I have a script in front of me for the intros of my videos and I just let the rest of the video play, but I wanted to talk and yap about my experience over the past weekend's Battlefield 6 Open Beta. Sorry, I don't normally like commentate over gameplay, so I'm sorry if I like stutter or anything. I also hope that me talking right now and the me talking in the video doesn't really annoy anyone. I tried to lower the volume to a point where you can still hear me talking right now, but still hear some of the gameplay audio. Hopefully it's not a problem. I just wanted to talk about my thoughts regarding what I liked and disliked and what I'm like hoping to see and stuff. So yeah, let's get started, I guess. First things first, my name is Tempo. Nice to meet you. If you're new to the channel, I used to play professionally for FaZe Clan. Now I just play a lot of variety and I genuinely love video games and I'm trying to pump out more content for the YouTube channel. So yeah, nice to meet you. If you didn't get to play this past weekend's beta, don't worry. The beta will open up on Thursday, I'm pretty sure, and will close on Sunday. It's a second beta for Battlefield 6. They're adding a new map and I think they're adding 2 new modes. So it'll be pretty fun, I think, if you missed the first weekend. Don't worry. You'll still get to play. Overall though, Battlefield 6, I hope everyone had a fun time playing it. I know for sure I did. I think most people that I even talked to had a great time playing Battlefield 6. The only people that really didn't like the game were probably the people that I heard that couldn't actually even run the game. It was still bad for their computers, crashes and whatnot. At least for me, my GPU is a 3080 Ti and my CPU is an i9. And I had no problems really. I think averaging around 160 to 200-ish FPS. I'm pretty sensitive to the FPS thing. I feel like I wasn't hitting 240. I didn't have a tracker for the FPS sadly on screen, so you're just gonna have to trust my word. I personally still think the game felt pretty good compared to the Battlefield 2042 beta. That beta was literally unplayable. So yeah, that's the first good thing that Battlefield 6 is actually playable. The next thing I wanted to talk about was just I guess overall fun. I personally think COD is also fun. I keep seeing these arguments between oh, Battlefield is better than COD or COD is better than Battlefield or whatever. I'm just trying to play to have fun, you know what I'm saying? And personally I think between the two, Battlefield 6 definitely simulates the feeling of being in war better in my opinion, because I feel like COD is more arcadey, but for Battlefield 6 it delivers. There's a lot of explosions happening, lots of smoke grenades, lots of vehicles if you're playing a game mode with vehicles. Even if you aren't, the chaoticness is there. They did a great job on that. Bodies were flying, your teammates were getting flung across the map by a bomb that was dropped on their head. It lands in front of you, you can drag them behind cover, res them. Just situations like that. It was just really, really funny. Seeing your teammate get sniped in front of you and the ragdoll just, the body just flops over. I just found it really funny. So I think a factor of role playing is in the game as well, which honestly makes the game, I think, even more fun if you're running with a squad, I hope they add proximity chat because it would be really, really funny, but I'm not sure if they would do that, At least add proximity chat for the whole team maybe, but I'm not sure how that would work. So in the background here, you can see that I'm sniping. The sniping felt really, really good. Sadly, we only got 1 sniper in the beta. I hope that there are more snipers. There's a leak already of what guns are going to be out on release. I can show it here on screen real quick for you guys. Pause the video if you want to see. I don't know if it's going to be true. I don't know if they're going to, add all the guns in this picture, but I'm praying. So yeah, chaoticness, they delivered. The sniping felt really, really good. All the guns overall felt pretty decent. I used every single gun and leveled them up to 20 to get more attachments to see if they're actually good. If you guys didn't know, there's bloom in this game. Some of the attachments actually make it so that if you shoot for a longer period of time, your bullets will become more accurate, things like that. And overall, all the guns felt pretty good. There was 4 classes in the beta. Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon. Each of the classes had their own training options. For example, the Assault had Grenadier and Frontliner. Grenadier could hold more grenades, reload launchers faster, and resist flash effects. The Frontliner option was improved health regen, gain a second adrenaline injector. It's a stim, and be penalized less when firing on the move. So each class had like an option to choose between the two. And then signature weapons where like they get benefits from using a certain weapon, like AR, SMGs, snipers, LMGs, stuff like that. Personally, I used the support the most because it felt like the most well-rounded. You could res teammates, you could heal yourself, you can refill your ammo if you run out, you can refill your teammates. The support's what's it called, training option is when you pop this skill, you can run around and be like a moving health station. And you also regenerate your own health. So I thought that class was like probably like the most strongest in my opinion. The assault class was pretty cool too. They had the ability to choose a secondary they had 3 weapons basically. And you can use your primary assault rifle, you had a pistol, and then you can add a third weapon, and most people were using shotguns. I think their grenade launcher, the thermite one, it basically stuns someone, and then it lights them on fire and puts them down to 1 HP. And if they're weak already, they're dead, or they're going to die. It was pretty strong. I used the recon as well, as you can see in the gameplay in the background. They have a cool like perk where it's like, if you score headshots, enemies couldn't be revived. It was pretty cool. Oh, they also could call in a UAV from themselves that reveals close by enemies, and it follows you as you move around the map. Engineer was the one that I used the least. I just didn't really run around targeting vehicles and or repairing that much. I only repaired to try to get the challenge for the calling card or something. Shout out to all the engineer players that do actually take care of the vehicles for us. Shout out to you guys. I did think that the perks and the gadgets that each class got was pretty cool. I hope there's more gadgets and just cool things that we could play with when the game fully releases. On the topic of vehicles, I did get to try out the vehicles. I'm not really a good pilot, and I don't really like using the vehicles, but recently Silk, you guys might have heard or seen this guy's gameplay. He's a jet pilot. It seems like he's been playing Battlefield for a while, and his content got recommended on my feed, and because of him I started wanting to learn the jet. The jets were really fun in my opinion. I got a couple eliminations on a strafe bombing run, but I'm definitely by no means like great at it at all. But just from flying around and kind of trying to learn, it was pretty fun. Unless you were just constantly getting spawn camped. Unfortunate. It's just life. Tanks were slightly strong, slightly oppressive. If you didn't have like goated engineers on your team, like shooting them together and like or like your own vehicle pilots and or like drivers for the tanks, if they weren't that good, then you probably were just gonna get run over. Yeah, if the enemy team's tank players are like good, it was really, really hard. But sitting in the tank, being like I don't know what you call it, like the assistant shooter, like the turret, the Gatling gun or whatever, that was really, really strong. I myself didn't really use the tank that much, like driving the tank, so like I'm not sure what I can say on it outside of the fact that I was on the receiving end of god tank drivers. I don't know if I'm missing any vehicles, but they were okay. Like even though the tanks were strong, you could still work around a goated enemy tank. It was just really, really hard to like capture an objective if the tank driver was actually smart and actually defending their objectives. That's when it was like a little hard, to like make a gap in the enemy's defenses. Overall, I think the game is good. I think it's really, really fun. You can also go for really, really cool clips like those Battlefield clips, clip farmers do. Constantly transferring, flicking, and stuff like that, going for like 5 pieces, 6 pieces. I'm really, really hoping that they have more content when the game fully releases. More maps, more guns. I'm hoping like they have more content. Maybe even camos for guns or something, like a little bit of a grind, something to work towards. I think the only things that were a little weird during the beta was this thing that happens when you're aiming at enemies and you're shooting. If you hit, or if you're like touching rocks or like rubbles, it makes your like crosshair bounce. I'm pretty sure everyone who plays or played the beta has like at least come across this once, where you're aiming, you're strafing, and you hit like a piece of rock on your foot, and it like makes your aim down sight bounce. It's super weird. I don't know. I feel like they need to do something about that. It's really annoying. The other thing that was really strong during the last weekend's playtest was the shotgun. The shotgun was really, really strong. Did a lot of damage from medium range. You could one-tap people from medium range. It was really, really strong. It did 60 to 70 damage as long as you aimed near like neck level. If you got a headshot, it did so much damage from long range. I think I heard that that gun is already being looked at for nerfs, but I'm not too sure if that's true. But the shotgun's really, really strong. Outside of the weird interaction with the terrain, with the ADS being like bouncy and the shotgun, I really didn't have anything else that was like annoying, really. I think the game overall was just a good time. Load it up, play it by yourself, play it with music, play it with friends. It was just a good time. I think I got most of the stuff that I wanted to talk about. I will be making a highlight video with all my highlights that I got. I will be putting that together and posting it. Probably put some like music behind it so you guys can enjoy it. I will also be posting some funny shotgun gameplay that I got with the shotty while it is OP before the nerfs, or if they're going to change anything about the shotgun. I will also be posting some more high kill games. If you stayed until the end of the video, I appreciate it a lot. I hope that if you enjoy the video and my vibe, to leave a like, as that helps me a lot. Subscribe for more content if you want to see more of my content. And let me know what you guys liked and or disliked in the Battlefield 6 beta, if I missed an experience or something. For those that didn't get to play, I hope you guys have fun on the upcoming weekend for Battlefield 6. It starts on Thursday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your guys' day, evening, and afternoon. Peace.